Hello my good students. Welcome to what is going to be an exciting new start to a new series. As the eagle-eyed among you may have seen, this is the Battlestations Pacific Remastered campaign pack. That is right, the absolute diamond in the rough from about just over 10 years ago now, I think, has come back with a remastered mod. Something I believe a lot of people have been wishing for. Well, at least say official release they've been hoping for, I imagine, for a remaster of this game. And we do have that in the context of a mod from the lovely modders of Team Wolfpack. So very grateful for them to bring this to life. This is the pack that is currently available on ModDB. And this is unpatched. I have a little bit of difficulty getting the patch to actually install properly, which is a rather bit of a shame there. So that does mean we are going to start with a US campaign because our current war on the sea series is IJN. I think it's only fair to balance that out as much as we can there. So we are going to skip the first battle, unfortunately, the Battle of the Eastern Solomons, and that is because I have run into the issue of no enemy ships or aircraft spawning in that mission, which is very unfortunate. But I do hear the rest of this campaign does work. Otherwise we should deal with any further bugs as we see fit. But rather exciting anyway. Game I've grown up with. Really come to love very quickly when we did grow up with it. It's so good. I highly recommend it if you are able to get hold of this game at all. So we're going to see how this series goes. Should go fairly well. Like I said, this is just a reskin so far. Perhaps a couple extra bits thrown in to spice up the campaign here and there. For those wondering, I am using a controller simply because I don't quite have the skill to use a mouse and keyboard when flying. I think the flying is very stiff with a mouse and keyboard. So I am going to be using a controller. I do apologise for that, you PC Master Race loving people. So let's dive straight in with the Battle of Cape Esperance. I do also apologise for talking over the narrator here as well, but our primary objectives are single Japanese ships, save allied ships from enemy attack, and our hidden objective, make sure there are no enemy ships leaving the area, is our hint for that. We are going to the Northampton class. I think would actually be fairly decent here. The Alaska is just bigger guns as far as we're concerned at the moment. So we're actually going to upgrade our Clemson to, I think, an Alan M. Summer style destroyer. For those who play World of Warships, this might be a little closer to the Gearing destroyers. This comes with auto-loading dual-mounted guns and a decent torpedo suite as compared to the Fletcher. I'm not actually familiar with this Lupus style ship, but it does appear to sacrifice guns for a lot of torpedo armament, actually appearing to be more than what the Shimakaze gets. Actually, let's see, it gets 4 quadruples. Yes, that's actually very good as indeed. Very nice. But 5-inch dual purposes, that's not a problem there. So let's go for the Alan M. Summer for that gun potential, I think, and some decent torpedoes. Let's do that. Let's go to, I think, just regular difficulty at the moment and go from there.
USS Helena and Duncan moving forward to launch some fish.
Helena, cancel that maneuver. Remain in formation. Repeat, remain in formation.
They didn't get that, sir. We've got transmission problems.
God damn it.
Alrighty then, so things not going off to a great start there at all.
We're in real trouble here.
Helena reporting they're in real trouble. We have the destroyer Hatsuyuki in front of us. Don't know how well you can see that. To me it looks like a Fubuki class. You can tell from the large funnels just over there. Our shots coming just a little bit short. They need to give a little bit more lead on that, I think. Aim a bit further up. So going for a full broadside there, perhaps thinking about launching torpedoes. Do need to watch out for that. You can see our artillery coming just a little bit short there again. Going to have to move in, trying to get a full broadside as well. It does look like his engine's knocked out, so this is the perfect time to fire straight on its magazine. Going to single fire as much as we can to try and get some accurate shots. And there we go, the magazine's off straight away. And you can see its health going down very, very quickly there. One more salvo, not even that needed to finish it off. It is dead in the water. Lovely, lovely stuff. And this is why we say the Northampton is just good enough, I think, to deal with what we have at the moment. And indeed, they are Fugi classes. Do see a cruiser Alba in front. I think for the limitations of the game, that might not necessarily be an Alba. That might actually become in the form of a Takao. We shall see very quickly. I don't think the Alba was in the game, but I think Agano was. But of course, that is a light cruiser. We have destroyed the magazine of the Fubuki in front as well. Excellent stuff. For the functionality of this game, a magazine detonation is just a set amount of damage done to the ship, which is irreparable instantly. So once you get that, you can't do that particular damage anymore. And it doesn't knock out your guns, actually, which is very useful if you're on the receiving end, but rather frustrating, of course, if you're trying to cause the magazine detonation yourself. So, Alba coming into play now. Not quite in range, but we are 2.5 kilometers away. I believe we need close to 2 kilometers or 1.8 for our cruiser artillery. So let's get into position here. Our destroyer is taking a little bit of a battering there, especially the Helena there, the light cruiser Atlanta, I believe it is. No, it is actually a Cleveland. I do tell a lie. Oh, I've been waiting to do this game for quite a while. That does appear to be, yes, it is a Takao. You can tell from the soft, smooth plating on the command bridge there. That does also appear to be going very, very slowly. So we're going to aim once again straight from the magazine. It might be able to see our shells coming. It looks like they're coming right now. Did manage to get the magazine once again. So we're going to fire on its fuel area to try and get some roaring fires off. It does appear that we're a little too late there. We're going to keep the fires going as well. Going to stay bowing. Present a narrow target to them. We can see the artillery shells coming in there against the moonlight sky. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. I've been, like I said, been waiting to play this game, especially the remaster for ages. I did start playing this base game previously by myself, just for a bit of fun. And I thought, you know what would be nice to make for a YouTube series would be the remaster, and that would go very well alongside our usual War on the Sea series. For those wondering, this shall, if this goes okay, I think we'll be uploading this the Monday and Wednesday, and War on the Sea Friday and Saturday, with the campaign going very well there. It is now dead in the water, the Alba, or Takao class at least. So we're going to try aiming for its guns and knock them out so we don't take quite so much damage ourselves. Used to be quite the marksman in this game back in the day, actually. Back in the day. Ooh, that's our magazine lost. Just as I was saying that, but as you can see, it's not the biggest amount of damage done there. We are going to try aiming for its guns once again, but we should be absolutely fine there. It is now sunk.
Don't ever break fleet formation again. Is that clear?
Message received and understood, sir.
It better be. No one takes risks like that with my men's lives.
The Duncan has taken hits on her turrets. The artillery systems are damaged. We need to mobilize our repair crew.
Alrighty then, we can see that actually the front guns, one thing I love about this game is that you can see the real damage to our guns there. Don't think we're going to be able to repair that, funnily enough. If they grow back, I will be rather surprised
Artillery
there.
systems are back up and running. We're ready for battle.
No, okay, there we go. A miraculous recovery there. Maybe that's for the purpose of this mission. I don't think when they're black they're supposed to come back.
We've got 2 Japanese ships incoming, both the Cow-class cruisers.
We'll deal with them when we can. They'll just have to wait their turn.
But they'll cause devastation. We have to tackle them now.
Are you telling me what to do, First Lieutenant?
No, sir. I just think that the threat level is high.
You do your job, I'll do mine. I don't envy those Marines. Every time they rebuild that airstrip, the Japanese knock it out again. We're gonna change all that. Tonight, we turn the enemy back.
Alrighty then, so just putting some orders on in the background there, and that is because I'm expecting the secondary objective to pop off in a second, where I believe we have some sort of retreating ships over here of our own being chased down by some destroyers. I want to send our destroyers of our own to intercept them, because they are very quick, very well armed, and we can have the Helena over here helping them in the background. But as the main objective demands, we do have two Takao class cruisers coming in at the moment. So I think we're going to bring in the Northampton and the Helena over here to pincer them a little. Sandwich them very nicely indeed, but they are just over 3 kilometers away. We've got the Kinigasa and the Furutaka just over here. Of course, the Furutaka itself not modelled into the game either, which is rather unfortunate. Not a lot of diversity between ships, classes and such in this game, which has always been a very small complaint of mine. We do, like as far as battleships go, we've only had, I believe, the I think we had the South Dakota, Iowa, and later on the Montana was introduced to this game through DLC, I believe that was, on the US side at least. So like I say, US only having a few. I think they had the New York type as well. Actually, I do tell a lie. I do want to bring our destroyers a little further out here. I am going to start launching torpedoes though. Just a random widespread here. How fast do you think they're going? Not particularly fast. So I think we can actually launch some right on top of them. Launch some just behind as well, so we can try and get the Kinigasa. And because AI can be quite receptive to torpedo spreads actually. We are going to retreat a little bit over here. You can see on the map that our torpedoes are actually rather close. Very nice looking spread there. Don't think they're going to be able to avoid that too well. Zoom in and have a look, see what we can do. See what sort of hits we can get. Any? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, we've got 1 or 2 on the Kinigasa. There's another one on Kinigasa. Lovely, lovely stuff indeed. Don't think we got any on Furutaka actually. No, possibly get one more. Yeah, there it goes on Kinigasa. Lovely stuff. So that should be an easy target for our Helena, who is pulling right up, right on top of it now. Going to take its engine down so it can't move, I think. Bring the San Francisco straight up to get in range like that. And that should be brilliant stuff. We can absolutely hammer it with our large amount of low caliber guns here on the Cleveland class. You can see the Kinigasa dead in the water because we've absolutely hammered its engine. We're just going to fire a full salvo now, and that should go down very, very quickly. So now we just need to batter the Furutaka, which does appear fairly unharmed just yet. So we're going to give it a small lead. They're right on top of it, but it is of course managing to maneuver at full speed, and in fact we overshot that just a little bit actually. Does appear we need to aim down just a tad, but that's not a problem. Go to single file just a little bit here and come up to help our destroyers. Lovely, lovely stuff. Looks like we're getting some secondary guns in range now as well, and that is brilliant stuff. So it's presenting a thinner target, so the single fire is absolutely much needed here, but we are getting a fairly quick reload as well. As soon as we finish that first salvo by the looks of it. Oh, look at that, ready to fire once more. Lovely, lovely stuff. We should be guessing, yeah, get some ineffective messages there because our secondaries are hitting the belt. Not a problem. We do need to watch our fire because we are missing a few shots here. I think we're going to aim for their fuel now because they are pretty much dead in the water. And I think I saw the magazine go up earlier as well. Go to fire off full salvos now to try and get all of our guns firing. Firing just a little too slow otherwise. Oh, lovely, lovely stuff there. I think we can handle this by ourselves. We're going to tell the San Francisco to retreat back down here. Lovely stuff. How are our destroyers doing actually? Actually, you know what? Pretty decent. The Hank is taking a small few hits there. Just a couple hits, but it'll be fine. And that is the Furutaka down rather easily there. AI proving to be rather inaccurate, very thankfully. Yeah, the Moa there taking no damage at all.
Incoming enemy supply ships have been sighted at nearby islands, sir.
We need to confirm that and get ready to hit them, and fast.
Fast. We've been working flat out for a long time.
And we'll continue to do so until Japan realizes that they've lost the war in the Pacific. Is that clear?
Sir, I was only concerned for the men under your command.
They are my concern. I'll ask again. Is that clear, First Lieutenant?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, so it does appear to have automatically reordered our formations here. So I'm actually going to tell the Helena to go off and look at this
Get a vessel there to
rescue, stranded ship over here. Yeah,
Sir,
so
we have identified the enemy supply.
of course it is a little slower than our destroyer over here. We might be able to bring the Mo over to help out with that. We do have some Gurite patrol boats over here to look at. We do only need to fire our small arms AA at that actually. Once we get in range they'll be very easy pickings. Because the patrol boats are completely unarmoured, very much like supply ships, but they are very, very fast, and if they get into range their torpedoes will hurt. Because they can fire them pretty much point blank, but you see with the fast speed of them and the rough seas actually getting more airtime than they are on the surface of the water. A couple of them crashing very slightly there. What might we have over here? It does appear to be a destroyer. If we get into range of that, does it say roughly how far that might be? Probably not. Let's see. Okay, so Fubuki 3.1, yeah, that's not a problem there. So long as that doesn't decide to fire torpedoes, should be absolutely fine. Let's give a direct attack order onto that Fubuki. We're going to get the San Francisco to actually come down this way. Because we can see some cargo ships perhaps coming through here. I will definitely want to intercept them, stop them getting to the main theatre of battle outside of Cape Esperance here. That would be lovely. Just about getting into range of this Fubuki here. Going to turn around and try and get a soft broadside here. Get into that. There we go. Try and get some single fires here. Very, very slowly. So getting enough lead. I think we're doing alright there actually. It's just a little difficult to aim there. It is taking evasive manoeuvres though. So if we hit the engine, we should be alright there. Should be very nice indeed. They're right on top of us now. Helped out by the flash of the lightning there with our vision. But we are missing our shots just a little bit, aren't we? To keep an eye out for any torpedoes fired. We have absolutely wrecked it. Lovely, lovely stuff there. Actually split in half. Going to repair our engine and get going, I think, and help our DD out over here. Going to get back over, speaking of which. Don't know why it stopped. Try and get it out in this direction here. Do spot some coastal guns, but they're not going to be a problem at all. Going to fire off just a couple artillery shots actually. See if we can get one or two on target. It doesn't appear so, just a little too much lead there. So I think we'll be alright to switch over to the AA now, and that should fire off. Of course, our main guns are dual purpose, so our flak is fired off of our main guns, which is absolutely brilliant. Ooh, do see some torpedoes in the water there. Very quick evasive manoeuvres, please. Please, please, please. We'll only take a couple, I think, to down our destroyer. Oh, skin of the teeth there. I do believe patrol boats can fire them forward facing, and indeed they have done. Oh, we're going to take a couple here. Absolutely going to take a couple here. Charging it far too eagerly. Look at that. Emergency damage repairs, please. Thank you very much. You see, if we didn't do that, we would have sunk there. We've got another torpedo salvo coming in there, getting far too close to these patrol boats. They do have quite a high threat level because of their torpedo armament, actually, patrol boats. Remember back in the day, ooh, okay, so these are perhaps the hidden objective ships over here, so we certainly want to try and look at taking these down. We are going to have to destroy the Asagamo here before we get on top of that, I think, just to make sure we don't lose anything in the meantime. So we're going to get our San Francisco straight on top of that. And one good thing, of course, about American cruisers is they do have 66% of their total firepower, or their main battery guns, of course, at the bow of the ship. So with that majority front facing, we can just go straight in and not worry too much about giving such a big broadside. But now they are right on top of us, we are going to have to fire straight like this. We haven't given too much height on that at all, so that is going to be dead in the water. But our engine has been struck once again. Lovely stuff. We'll just get that fixed very quickly and we can keep going. Sagamo now done, we're going to charge down these cargo ships very quickly, I think. And that would be brilliant stuff. I think while that is happening, we're going to issue some basic movement orders and get the Maher to repair its engine and fire off just a few torpedoes. See if we can't hit anything with them. We'll only take 2 torpedo hits to destroy any cargo ships here.
Sir, we have located an enemy landing
Just a
plane.
very wide spread here, just a few torpedoes for each ship there, and hopefully that should be just good enough there. Going to give a direct attack command over here. Does look like we might just slip 1 or 2 torpedoes onto the leading ship here. You can see them just the distance. That's 1, that's 2. That will get that down. Have we hit any more? We hit a 3rd and I think a 4th on the lead ship there as well. Got 1 more on this leading oiler as well. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Getting some on the rear as well. That is absolutely brilliant. Let's not destroy this too quickly because I do want to get the hidden objective over here done and destroy this cargo ship as well. Going to target that to make sure we do have an automatic command off. But that is far too late. We got far too eager. Our torpedoes were on target very, very well. Very, very precise with that. We did miss the hidden objective of sinking those cargo ships to the south. There was no pressure there to get that done, but not a problem. We were successful. So that should be a silver medal for us. Shall see.
Despite our victory,
And indeed it
Cape
is.
Esperance hasn't had a strategic effect on the situation at Guadalcanal.
Alrighty then, so yeah, we did
Just
miss the
2
hidden
nights
objective
after
there,
the
which
attack,
is rather a
the
shame. So we did
Japanese
only get
successfully
a
bombarded
silver
Henderson
medal there.
Field.
So, I think that'll be very much enough for today, folks. Thank you very much for watching. You'll join me in the next video, I think, which will be the Battle of Santa Cruz, a combined surface and air strike with when we use our carriers to destroy a few enemy carriers, which I believe is the aim of the game there. So I hope to see you then. Hope you've enjoyed the episode, and please leave your comments in the section below as ever. It is very much helpful, very much appreciated as well. Lets me know whether you like this sort of style of video. So see you in the future, I hope. I've been the Edified Gamer, and I hope your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.